to eat? Let's get right into it. What to eat for breakfast? So I want to hear what most of you have for breakfast. Somebody want to tell me what they ate for breakfast this morning?
I eat homemade granola.
Homemade granola.
Yeah, with yogurt.
How do you make it stick together? Syrup?
No.
No?
No, I use very little bit of agave
Okay.
and mostly a lot of nuts, whole oats, and coconut flakes,
Okay.
raisins.
Okay. It would come out to a quantity thing. I want you to use the old-fashioned oatmeal to make it absorb slower. The agave already
Yes, the
absorbs
whole
slowly.
oats, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Now, one thing that you're missing is protein. So can you have eggs in the morning? Okay, an egg omelet with that granola. Now that granola is not going to be, it should be okay. Your coconut is unsweetened.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can do with that. I don't want you to go more than half a cup of the granola.
Yeah, that's what I usually use.
That's
I have
good.
a cup with.
So now I have eggs and granola. 'Cause you need that protein to balance it out. You'll realize that you'll feel full for a lot longer with that eggs.
Yes,
And-
granola makes me hungry like mid-morning.
It does. Shoots your blood sugar up and then brings it down. So be careful with the fast carbs. It's always experiential. You'll notice what I'm saying is true based on experience, and the science books back it up too. So breakfast.
I took an apple and I cored it and I just sprayed pan in a saucepan, so I could skillet, and I put it in with some cinnamon just till it gets like soft and hot. And then I have vanilla, fat-free Greek yogurt, and then I get shredded wheat, plain shredded wheat, and I crush it because I like a crunch.
You're right.
But is the
You can do it a tiny bit of the shredded wheat, but
I have like 10 bite-sized things, and I, go like
that seems like a lot. I would cut down to half, especially if you're on a fat loss phase.
Yeah.
And the vanilla Greek yogurts usually have more carbs in there. You have to have
Tastes so
the
good.
0% plain.
Okay.
There's always sacrifice to something, but you can meet yourself in the middle. I would actually have the apple is good. I would have the plain 0% Greek yogurt, the apple. I would use a little olive oil. You need some kind of fat. If you don't, because the spray is
Today I had a few nuts left. Because
perfect.
nuts are my downfall. I can eat them by the handful, which I eat too many.
So what you do is Blue Diamond makes nuts in a snack pack, so you're only allowed what's in that pack. It has the perfect amount of fat you need in a meal. So don't.
So that would be better than just use the nuts instead of the whole wheat, the shredded wheat.
No, nuts will be just nuts because that's a fat, and the shredded wheat you want to use like 5 little
Okay.
squares.
But is that's all right? With this. I mean, I just thought that was all right. And somebody's like, oh, you can't have that shredded wheat. Use wheat germ.
Wheat germ would work too. It's just carbohydrates to me, whatever you want to use, and it's your choice. I try to eliminate all dense carbohydrates on shredded wheat, but if you're using a little, it's okay.
Is there any like yogurt that's better than the other? Because this Oikos, it's the vanilla, but it tastes so much better than like Faye.
Yeah, sugar.
Faye has a lot of protein.
Yeah, it's the sugar that you like.
That's me, sugar. Not chocolate.
If you can get away with getting the plain, but adding your own sugar by putting a teaspoon in it, and over time you'll desensitize your taste buds from needing so much sugar.
Well, I think I'm hooked on sweet and low too.
Yeah, well that's okay with me, but it's just adds toxicity to you. I'm just concerned about you controlling your blood sugar.
Okay.
And artificial sweeteners aren't a big deal to me, but they'll just make you toxic. Extra whatever it does to you, which is probably varies per person. Anyone else? James?
Well, it's funny, exactly what you said not to have, it's a big hurry.
Cereal?
Cereal, banana.
Okay.
Yesterday I did a little better than that.
And this sounds weird, but it would be actually better to have that meal for dinner. Your body handles carbohydrates better at night. It has a really tight control over dinner. Like I said, you'll store twice as much fat in the morning from cereal compared to when you eat it at night because of how your body operates. It's so ready to go in the morning.
What I usually do is an egg or two over arugula on either boneless or knocker bread or an English muffin.
That's a better meal.
Coffee, a little bit of
Yeah, I like the balance better. So that meal meets the first concept, which has the balance of proteins, carbs, and fats. The second level is what you think about. It's I've got a fast carb in it because of the bread.
right.
So if you want to put on the fat loss phase for this 40-day Biggest Loser contest, I would eliminate your bread and add a fruit to it, such as an apple, orange, whatever fruit you like is usually good. And I'll show you the portions in the book
Except the
later.
banana.
Except the banana, except papaya, mango, and grapes. It depends on how
Mangoes
many
too?
grapes. Yeah, mangoes are fast absorbing.
Oh.
And you can always tell bananas and mangoes, they're very sweet right away. So you can kind of visualize what is fast absorbing or slow absorbing. They're and there's no fiber, it's like a meshy fiber instead of a branched fiber. That's like just mush,
Yeah.
almost like butternut squash.